My friend, she works in Pasadena, and she just texted me not long ago saying that her school district lost a family, lost students. Oh my gosh, it's September 1st. Hey YouTube, it is Monday, August 28th. So it is about 6:30 in the afternoon. I haven't vlogged all day because where we live in Louisiana has decided to cancel school for the next couple of days because of Hurricane Harvey. We have not seen the impacts that Houston and Texas has seen, but because of flooding and stuff on our roads, they have decided to cancel school for a couple of days. I didn't vlog today just because I don't think I got off the couch. I was glued to the TV watching rescues and stuff in Texas, and it's just absolutely heartbreaking. And we're just very fortunate where we are here in Louisiana. After going through Katrina in 2005, not me personally, but our neighbors going through Katrina in 2005, it's just very heart-wrenching to watch and see the things in Houston unfold. So, you know, we've been very fortunate with flooding here. It hasn't been too bad, but it is bad for buses and stuff. So we've been staying at my mom's because my husband works shift work, and I did not want to stay at our house alone with Harper, with tornadoes popping up and just not knowing what the weather's going to be like. So, look rough, but we're just thankful that everything is working out okay. I'm hoping that my babies are okay because where our school is, it is located on a river. And so I'm hoping our school is okay and that my babies are okay, because places near rivers and bayous are rising quickly. Nothing like Houston, but enough to get in to homes and stuff. So just really sitting down and hanging out, honestly enjoying time with Harper and family. I've been doing minimal schoolwork today, just hanging out. I've made a couple of posters for upcoming things that we're doing in class. I had worked all weekend on lesson plans, and so those are going to change because canceling school. I would like to know how you guys handle when you make plans and something, whether it's rain or freezes or snow days, how do you adjust your instruction? Because I feel like everything that I planned for was equally as important as the next thing. And I was just wondering, do you just start when you go back to school with the day that you had planned and just move everything back? Do you adjust to fit things in? I'm just really curious as to how different people deal with missing school for different reasons. So let me know about that in the comments, how you deal with missing school or school being canceled for some reason. I personally, because we're starting something brand new, I am going to start with Monday of my plans. Obviously, it won't be Monday. It'll probably be Wednesday or Thursday, actually, that we start. And then we have Labor Day coming up, so just really anxious about getting grades in. We have to have 9 grades by the end of the 9 weeks. So basically, until the 9 weeks ends, I will have to be taking almost a grade, or in some weeks 2 grades a week. So I have used this time, though, to really reflect on my first full week of teaching at my new school. And I'm reading this really good book. It's called Too Noisy Class, or Class That's Too Noisy, or I'll have to look it up really for y'all. But it's really awesome classroom management strategies that help you to manage noisy, distracting classrooms. And it's actually written by a guy who worked in a facility with underprivileged kids who were just out of control behavior issues. And it's really interesting to hear his perspective on that. He's written it upon his experiences and strategies that worked for him. So I've really been reading that this last couple days and planning to almost start fresh when we go back to school. So that's the positive. I've had a lot of downtime to plan for the next week and rethink some of my strategies, reflect on things that worked, things that didn't, and put new strategies in place for how I'm going to start over. One downfall of missing school with my babies is that when we are not in school, they go back to very unstructured environments. So when they come back to school, it's like starting over again, getting them used to structure and rules and all of that stuff. So I'm excited to be back with them because honestly, I have been thinking over these last couple days, just, their home lives are not the best. So I just wonder, like, are they eating? Are they sleeping? Are they getting what they need over these days that we're missing school? I've been thinking about a couple of them a lot. Just want to see them and be that positive influence in their life. Tomorrow we don't have school. Not sure about Wednesday. Just really depends on the waters around us, the rivers rising and stuff like that. So I will catch up with you guys later. Probably not going to vlog much more this afternoon. I'm going to spend time with Harper and my mom and my dad and continue watching all the footage of Houston. So I'll catch up with you guys tomorrow, and I hope everybody, if you're in Texas, if you're in Louisiana, I hope that you're safe. Hope everything's fine. My friend, she works in Pasadena, and she just texted me not long ago saying that her school district lost a family, lost students, which I'm going to try not to cry. That's really hard. So one of my plans when we get back to school is having a friend that works so close to everything that's happening. I'm going to go out and get some school supplies and have my class write letters to her students. She said that there's about water on the first floor. I'm not sure how much. Water on the first floor of her school. Not feet like you see on the news, but definitely will affect school for those babies. And I hope if you're watching and you're in one of those places that you are safe, that your family is safe, that your school is safe, that your babies are safe if you are a teacher. So I will catch up with you guys later. I love y'all. I'll keep you updated, and I will talk to you tomorrow.
Yum, yum.
What are we making?
Popcorn.
Hey guys, I just wanted to give you a quick update. This is my first time vlogging today. It's Tuesday the 30th. Yeah, 30th, I think. I don't know. What's today? The 29th. Ooh. It's Tuesday the 29th, and we are still currently at my parents'. We did not have school again today, and we will not have school again tomorrow because of the tropical storm Harvey. So it is set to make landfall right near my hometown at about between 9 and 2 this afternoon, this evening, whatever it is. I don't even know anymore. But, so we're still just hunkering down, not doing much except eating. I gained weight, so much weight. Hopefully we can make it back to school Thursday. I'm not sure. There's lots of flooding in our area. Not us, but we're just watching out for winds, tornado warnings, and getting fat. So nothing much going on, just watching it rain all the time. I have family in Houston who fared pretty well considering the rain. They did not get water in their house, but so we're just continuing to watch the updates in Houston, saying lots of prayers. It's very sad and tragic.
I'm trying to think of something that we could do as teachers to rally together to give to at least the Pasadena area. So if you would like to help out in donating to Pasadena School District in Texas, comment below, let me know. I really want to get something together for my friend and her school. They did take on water on the first floor, but not sure the extent of the damage yet until they go back to school next week, if they go back to school next week. So I'm going to get something together. I'll let you know more on that vlogging within the next couple of days. You know, I've just really been using this time to spend it with my baby and my mom and my dad, so that's why you haven't seen a lot of footage. I'm not really doing anything anyway. So I will catch up with you guys tomorrow. Hopefully we make it through the night. I know we'll make it through the night, but hopefully there's no tornadoes and not some flooding in our area. Everybody, if you're in Texas, Louisiana, stay safe. I'm thinking about you.
Where are we going? We're going to our house? Say finally, yay, we're going to our house. House. Just got word that we are finally going back to school. So I'm really excited about that. I've been working for the last 3 days off because of the hurricane / tropical storm, and I've been getting some things together for my kids. So tomorrow we will be back at school, but there are a lot of people in our town that are still flooded. Not the flooding like you see on TV, but just roads are impassable, school buses can't get down. But we will be going back to school. So I'm anticipating to have some students just not show up because A, it's Thursday and their parents probably won't send them back, some of them, and B, we just might have some that are flooded in. So I was going to start something new tomorrow, but judging by the comments on Facebook and all of our school board's website, there are a lot of friends who won't be coming back to school tomorrow. So what I think we might do is write some letters to the children in Houston. Like I said before, I have a friend who teaches in Pasadena. So I think we are going to write letters to them, just praying for them, drawing them pictures, just some encouragement, seeing how it is on Thursday. I might do something new on Friday, just depending. I have all of this week's lessons planned, but obviously I haven't got to any of it because we haven't been at school. So my lesson plans are technically done for next week because we'll be doing next week what we were going to be doing this week. I am just hanging out, cleaning a little bit up in the house, catching up on my guilty pleasure, The Housewives, and Harper's taking a nap. So I'm going to get to cleaning. Still trying to post last week's video, so hopefully by the time you're watching this, last week's vlog is up. I'm going to finish watching TV. I'm going to get some things together for tomorrow, and I will catch up with you guys later. Alright, so I just wanted to share with you guys what I've been working on today with going back to school tomorrow. I create everything in PowerPoint because I'm just the kind of person where I have to have all my stuff on PowerPoint so I can go through it with a flow during class so I don't miss anything. So this is what we're going to be doing tomorrow. I always start my lessons with swab it. So it means student will be able to. We read this together and the students read it to me, so that they're well aware of what they're going to be doing at the end of class, or what they should be able to do by the end of class. So this one says, I can write a letter to kids affected by Hurricane Harvey. I hope that's the right affected. I'm going to have to check on that. We're going to talk about what do they even know about Hurricane Harvey. I'm sure they've been watching the news. A lot of my kids might not have access to a TV, so I want to see what they know about what happened in other places with Hurricane Harvey. Then we're going to talk about what we're going to do to help. So we're going to write letters and send school supplies to children who lost everything. I'm trying to start something in my community called Passing Love to Pasadena, where we're sending school supplies to my friend's school that's affected in Pasadena. So I'm going to donate $200 worth of school supplies to their school and send it with the letters.
we're going to talk and review about what are the parts of a friendly letter. So I have a little video embedded in my PowerPoint on a friendly letter, so we can watch and talk about that. Then I'm going to test them. So as they're watching the video, I'm going to tell them to think about and watch for the 5 parts of a friendly letter. Then we're going to, let me make this bigger. Alright, so then we're going to try to remember the 5 parts of a friendly letter, and I'm going to list them here as they tell them to me, and then we're going to put them into the template together. Then we're going to talk about the prompt. So I'm going to let them choose whether to write letters to students or to teachers, because both were affected in Hurricane Harvey. So they will choose to write a letter to either students or to teachers telling them how sorry they are about the floods. So then we're going to talk about the parts of the prompt that can be included in our letter. So what part of this prompt is going to be our greeting? What part of the prompt is going to be our body? And then who's it going to be from? Where's the closing? So we're going to fill this in together using the prompt. So I would say, in our prompt, which part is going to be our greeting? And hopefully they'd say either students or teachers. And then what are we going to be discussing in our body? Well, we're going to be telling them how sorry we are about their floods, and then so on. And then we're going to brainstorm with our table team some things we could include in our letter. So just different things, get their brains working on things that we can include in our letter. Then everything that they tell me, I will put here, I'll write on it, and put it up. So then my students will have many different choices on things that they can include. That way this will stay up and nobody can say, well, I don't understand, I don't know what to write about. Here are a bunch of things that you can write about. Then I'm going to model writing a friendly letter. So I'm going to model writing to my friend who is the teacher in Pasadena. So I will write on chart paper. They will help me fill out the date, the greeting. I'm going to have them help me write the body and then the closing. So they'll take part in helping me to write my letter. And then it will be their turn. So I'm going to give them the option to either use the letter template or to not use the template. Now the template will go into a piece of construction paper, you know, like a card, and then that will be part of their card. So they can choose to use the template or not use the template, and I'm sure there will be some friends that I will say you must use the template, so that's what they're going to do. And then that's all we're going to do for tomorrow. So I might put this up on Teacher Pay Teacher just for friends who, or not friends, I'm used to saying that, teachers who are going to do anything that has to do with Hurricane Harvey. So that's what I've been working on. I'm going to get prepared a little bit more for tomorrow, and then I will catch up with you guys later. An iPhone. I did not know this, but this is pretty cool. I was playing around one day and I found this. Alright, so I have one of my notes called Learning School. It's kind of blurry. I don't know why this camera isn't focusing. But if you tap the add button, it's going to come up with these options. So if you click the little circle, it'll give you the option to make a checklist. So I'm going to add my things that I need to do when I get to school. So when I get to school, the first thing that I need to do is write up my agenda on the board for the students. Then I need to copy the paper that we're going to use for our writing activity tomorrow. I need to get all the construction paper laid out and organized. I'm going to email my team members to tell them that the kids need to bring crayons. I'm going to put my PowerPoint up for the day, and then I'm going to print some behavior sheets that we're going to start using to send around. So that's what I need to do when I get to school. And the cool thing is that when you do it, all you do
is check it off. And then they'll check off. So it's really neat. Shows you what you've done, what you haven't done. Alright, well, I am going to go to bed, and I'll catch up with you guys in the morning. Hello, YouTube! It is Thursday, the 31st. I am so excited to be heading back to school and get some normal things back in my life, a normal routine. So, this morning I don't have to drop my little girl off. My husband had to stay at the plants because of the hurricane, so he is off and he gets to stay home with Harper, so I don't have to worry about dropping her off. So this morning I'm headed to school, got my coffee, and I'm ready to go. I'm so excited to get back with my kids and just hug them and get back into a routine. So I will catch up with you guys at school. I made it to school and I've got my to-do list that I need to do that I showed you last night. So I'm going to get started on that to get ready for the day. So I've got my agenda written for today. The next thing on my list to do is to separate all of this construction paper. So today we're writing cards to the flood victims in Houston, and they're going to be able to use construction paper. I hate having to go through each piece for a color that they want, so I have to separate it for my sanity. So that is what I'm going to do next. I'll catch up with you when I'm done. Alright, so it's about 7:33. I've completed everything on my to-do list this morning. So in about a couple minutes, I'm going to head to the cafeteria and get my kids so we can begin the day. I'll catch up with you later. Sorry. Tell me what you're drawing.
Drawing the rain and the hills now. It's gonna get better because it's sunny.
Oh, I love
and
that.
it got better.
Love that.
I'm just like, this is the like flood, and I'm gonna draw school
Oh, I love that. Why are you gonna draw school?
because I want it to be I want everybody to see my picture.
I love it. Hey guys, so I have just dropped my kids off at enrichment. I have about 45 minutes to get my classroom back in order. Today has gone so well. They have just thoroughly enjoyed writing letters to the kids in Houston. They've really just blown me away with the things that they could do. So today has just gone beautiful. So excited. And they're just so excited to send those letters to Houston. So I've gone through 2 classes. We've got through everything in both classes. My last class is the most challenging, like I've said before, because it is the end of the day, 1. 2, they're coming back from PE. So they're really rambunctious. But other than that, we've been working on consequences. I've been working on following through. That's the hardest thing for me. I'm going to be real honest. Following through is the hardest thing. It's so easy to say, I'm going to take away your recess, or I'm going to call your mom, or whatever, and then time just slips by you and you never do it. So I've really been working on 2 things. I've been working on a blurt box, which is if you blurt out, your name goes in the box. If you blurt out again, you get a check. If you get 2 checks by your name, you owe quiet time at recess. Another thing that I've been working on is we're starting, well, in a book I've been reading, they talk about Recess Academy, where you use recess time to work on those skills that just are not sticking with the kids. Walking in a line, getting quiet, all those little procedures that sometimes just get put on the wayside. So during recess, you make it so positive to the kids. You say, guess what? I hate recess so much that I'm going to give my recess to work with you on how to walk in a line. I can't wait to work with you on how to walk in a line. Just really build it up. So I've been keeping tabs on who needs to do Brave Academy for what things. And usually when I mention Brave Academy, they will go, oh, I'm going to straighten it up. If they don't straighten it up, then that means that they really need it. So today was my first day implementing Blurt Box and Brave Academy. Now we did have indoor recess. So all my other friends were playing on the iPads. My friends that were in the Blurt Box had to put their heads down for 5 minutes without talking.
I had one little boy this morning who refused to do his morning work. So just real positively, I said, that's okay. If you don't want to do your work today during morning time, then at recess you can make up whatever you don't finish. And so at recess he was really hesitant to do it, but he saw that everybody else was on iPad. So I told him, the amount of time that you wasted not doing your morning work this morning, that's the amount of time that you're going to spend making it up in class. So I set the timer for 10 minutes. He did his work, and after that he got on the iPads. So I'm really hoping that it'll alleviate some of those challenges that I've been facing, and I'll let you guys know what the name of the book is called. I'm reading 2 right now that really kind of go together, but it's awesome. So have like 15 kids in our class because of the weather, people not sending their kids to school. So that's been a blessing. 15 kids in your class, you can get a lot done. 25 kids in your class makes a world of difference. But it's just been great. It's just been a great day. So I'm going to catch up on some things on my break. I have about 30 minutes left, and I will catch you guys after school. Whew, we made it to the end of the day. So it is about 3:40. All my kids are where they need to be. Today was pretty good. They wrote their letters. They began writing their letters. Tomorrow they're going to finish them, decorate them. We are going to talk about a rubric. I'm going to have them come up with their own rubric for the letter. We're going to try some peer editing. We'll see how that goes. And then I'm going to allow some of them to share. So today overall was very good. Like I said, my last class is the most challenging, just as far as the talking, blurting out. They're coming back from PE, so they're just really wound up, and it's hard for them to just kind of relax and get back into the mode of school because this is their last class and it's at the very end of the day. So I'm just going to have to think about some adjusting with them, just how to adjust my instruction to really grab their attention and get them focused back when we come in the room. And I mean, let's be honest, for some of these friends, I mean, reading is really difficult for them. So it's obvious as to why they're having challenges in here. It's because they're not interested. Reading's hard, and they just associate it with negative thoughts. So it's going to be my job to really change that view of it for them and just make it a more positive, exciting experience. So overall, today was a great day. I have a few parents to call just to let them know of some things taking place in my room, but I'm also going to call a few parents to just tell them positive things about their students. So that's one of my goals this year, is to really just make more positive contact and not always negative contact. So I'm going to call at least 1 or 2 parents to give positive things about their student, and then there's a few parents that I need to call just to discuss and get their assistance with some things happening in the classroom. So after I make those phone calls, I'm going to head home and spend some time with my family, because finally my husband is home from having to work for the hurricane. So I will catch up with you guys later. I just wanted to kind of show you the the contact sheet that I use when I am keeping in contact with my parents. At my last school, they did give us conference logs for us to keep all of that together. But so far at my new school, we just don't have that to keep it all together. So this I found on Teacher Pay Teacher, and I'll put the link in the description. I love this because there's so many times that you call parents and they don't answer, or you don't get in touch with them, and that's just really hard to write. So what I love about this is it has the date, the student, the parent you contacted, and then all the numbers you attempt, and then a checkbox for it wasn't in service, there was no answer, you left a voicemail, you didn't leave a voicemail, and then the reason for contact, and then all the notes that you've gotten from that contact. And I can't really show you the top because I've already filled out the top, but there are more than one on a sheet. So one student can have a sheet, and then you have 3 different times you contacted them on one sheet. So I'll run them off front and back so that I can use it for the entire year and put it in my students' folders when I'm done with it. It is Friday the 1st. Oh my gosh, it's September 1st. Alright, so it's Friday, September 1st. And I am headed to school. I'm super late. I woke up really late because I was up half the night with a stomach ache from HE double hockey sticks. So pretty sure it was the butter popcorn and the wine and the, what else did I eat? Ramen noodles. So, anyway, I'm feeling better. But I'm really exhausted because I stayed up half the night watching Friends for the 6th time. So, I'm headed to school. Just dropped Harper off at my mom's. And I have a few things to do this morning when I get there before I have morning duty. Got my coffee. Shout out to my best friend for the New York City Starbucks mug. And if you don't know this, Starbucks has mugs in every city. So, like, I live in Louisiana, and they have crawfish mugs and stuff. So they have mugs every city you go to. So I think I'm going to start collecting those. Not that I travel, I'm not this big world traveler, but I think that'd be pretty cool. So I got one from New York City, and I bought the Louisiana one. And maybe I'll go to Texas sometime soon and get a Texas one. But anyway, side note. So I'm headed to school. Don't want to be late. I will only have about 30 minutes when I get there to get my class ready and stuff for the day. We're not doing too much today. I'm going to try to introduce them to iPads. So I'm really excited about that. Hope that goes well. And I'll talk to you about which app I'm using today to review parts of a friendly letter. So I'll catch up with you guys when I get to school, and I hope that if you're watching this, you're having a great day, because I am, and it's going to be a great day. And I've been reading about self-fulfilling prophecies, so I'm just going to believe that it's going to be a great day, and it will be, because yesterday was great. So I will catch up with you guys when I get to school. I've made it to school, and I am gonna do a few things. I need to hook up my computer, I need to write my agenda, and I need to get iPads out. But before I do, I just want to show you, every morning when I get in my room, it just like smells so stuffy. I don't know why. I guess it's because they turn the air conditioners off at night that it just gets moisty and stuffy. I don't know. So my favorite scent to use in my classroom, and everybody is always like, oh, your room smells so good, is it's called Beautiful Day, and you get it at Bath and Body Works. So this is the room spray, but I also have the oils for my Scentsy pot that I have in my room. So best smell ever. If you need to make your room smell good, this is the way to go. Today we are going to be reviewing the parts of a letter using a cool app called ClassKick. We're going to be finishing our letters to the flood victims. Then we're going to make a class-generated rubric on what they think their writing should look like and have, and then we're going to share and let them rate each other's writing, compare it to the rubric. So we have a lot to do today, but it's going to be pretty simple. I'm introducing ClassKick today, so if you don't know what that is, I'll let you know. I'll give you a little bit more information about that app. It is really neat. Alright, so really quick, this is ClassKick. This is what the app looks like when you get it in the iTunes store. It looks just like this. It's just a C. So when you get in the ClassKick, you create your assignment. So basically, it's like creating your own assignments and sending them to your students. Now, today we're working on a friendly letter. So when you can see my questions that I just imported. I made them all on a PowerPoint slide, and I imported them into ClassKick just with a PDF. So on each slide is their question, and they have to answer it. You can see up here is all their tools. They can write, they can text, but since today is the first day that I'm introducing it, they're really just going to use the pen
and write on it and circle the answer. So we're going to be reviewing the parts of a friendly letter. Now there's 5 questions because there's 5 parts. So they'll work through the questions on their iPad. And so then what is cool about this is that when they're done, it sends it to me. And when I get it, I can write on it, comment it, do whatever I need to do, and send it back to them to work on it. They can also ask a friend for help using ClassKick. So they can raise their hand and ask a friend for help when they're working on ClassKick. So I can make a video on this if that's something y'all are interested in. But this is so cool. And also, on my PowerPoint today, I put in the code. I have each class's code on my PowerPoint, so all they have to do is look at it and log in on their iPads. Now, I'm pretty fortunate because I have 1 iPad, so this works really well in my class, but you could assign it to groups. What I'm hoping to do this year with ClassKick is make differentiated assignments for different students, where they will have their own code to get in. It'll be like the same stuff, but differentiated for different groups of students so that they can work through at their own pace. And the cool thing about it is you see the work. You're going to get it sent to you. You see it. You can check it. You can send it back. Say, fix this one, and send it back to them, and they check it. And then they can send it back to you again. So it is really neat. I'm going to introduce it today to my kids. I hope that they really enjoy it and like it and it engages them, because I know that ELA is very difficult for them. So any way that I could get them engaged and just really in their work, I will try it. So I'm going to use that today. So I have duty this morning. I have car duty in about 10 minutes. I have a couple housekeeping things I've got to do real quick, and then I will catch up with you guys later. Guys, it is the end of the day. I didn't get to catch up with you in the middle of the day because I got called into meetings, but overall the day went very well. We finished up our letters. I introduced them to ClassKick. They loved it, and I think I'm going to like it too. So my last class was, it is the most challenging. We didn't get to use the iPads. They just couldn't handle it. So we finished up our letter and got some things done. I am considering, after this week, moving my class into rows. I'm going to think about it over the break because my other 2 partner teachers have their classes in groups. So I know that if they can do it in other people's classes, they can do it in mine too. So I let my kids out about 20 minutes ago. I have made all my copies for next week and got my lesson plans printed out so that they're ready to go. I'll show you what we're doing. I did want to show you this. So one thing that when my kids come in every morning, they spend about 30 minutes with me in here. So I always like to have them something to do when they come in the morning, so it's not just like craziness. So they unpack, and then I love these. If you do not use these, I really highly suggest that you start using them. They're called 3rd grade Daily Common Core reading passages, and they are awesome. They're aligned directly to the Common Core standards, and it's a great way for students to practice reading every day and answering text-dependent questions. So they're by the week, and this is week 2. I didn't do them the first week. So this is what a sheet looks like. So when they come in, this is Monday. So they have like a little passage to read, and then they have 2 questions to answer along with it. Same thing for Tuesday. They have a little passage to read, and they have 2 questions that go along with it. Same thing for Wednesday and Thursday. And then what I like about Friday is that it is a combination of all the questions they've answered throughout the week. So they have 2 passages with 2 separate question types. And I usually pick this one up just to see how they did throughout the week with their questions. And I use this to gauge like how well my students are comprehending and stuff like that on different passages. So like that, it's different passages every day so they can practice something different every single day. Sometimes we get so bogged down in a story that we forget that they need to practice questions with other texts. So this is a great way to do it. I love these, love these, love these. I'll link them down in the description because they are my favorite thing. I use them for 2nd grade. I really like them for 3rd. So I highly suggest you use that if you need like bell work or morning work. It's just awesome for when the kids come in. next week we're spending the whole week working on character traits. So I'm really excited because first standard that we're focusing on next week. So we're going to be doing lots of activities with character traits. So Monday is no school because of Labor Day, and then the rest of the week we'll be focusing on character traits. So next week I have a lot of fun activities that we're going to be doing that I'm going to share with you. Most of them I got off Pinterest, but hey, that's what the best teachers do, is they take others' ideas. So I'm going to staple my morning work, get them out on my desk, and I am going to go home because I want to enjoy some time with my family. So I'm going to get those couple of things done, and then I will catch up with you later. Alright, so I got my new Apple Watch band. I've been having my eye on this for a while, and I saved up Amazon points to buy it. I think it was like $12. So we'll see how that works. I'm going to put it on. Then I got a car mount so I can talk to you guys in the car and not have to film in the dark because it's so dark outside. So hopefully by the time I start talking to you in the car, the sun will have come out and you can see me. So I'm really excited about this because sometimes while I'm driving I think of things I want to say. So those are my two Amazon purchases. These are awesome on a Friday. I will catch up with you guys later.